Hi, I'm Lou. Don't you just hate it when your paracord and string gets all tangled? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to hank it into neat coils so you'll never have this problem again. So it's important to look after your equipment after a forest school session, and I find all the thin paracords and strings can really easily get tangled. So a way to avoid that is to hank them neatly. So I'm going to show you how to hank paracord. So if you take your working end of the paracord and pop it between your thumb and your index finger of your spare hand, and then you're going to do a figure of 8 shape between your thumb and your little finger. So I'm splaying out my fingers as wide as they'll go, and then just figure of 8ing all along for the majority of the standing part of the string. Now, I don't want to go all the way to the end because I'm going to need a little bit to finish off. So at this stage, I'm now going to take the coils off of my fingers, and I'm going to hold on to that whole section of coils, and then with the remaining end I'm going to do some tight wraps around the middle so that keeps all the coils together. And then there are 2 options for how to finish. So the first way, I tend to put my finger on top of the coils and do the last wrap over my finger, and then I take it out so there's a little gap there, and I take a bite with the remaining end and just pop that through the gap that I've created and tug on that. And so what that gives you is like a quick release when it comes to undoing it. However, that method is a little bit less secure than the second way of doing it. The second way of doing it is at one end, line up all of your coils so that you've got a hole in the middle. Take a bite with your end and then post that bite through the head of the coils all the way so that it comes out the other side. And then just pull it a little bit through, but not enough for the whole end to get lost. And I'm going to take my 2 fingers and I'm going to open it up and put it over the head of the coils. So one part goes down one side and one part goes down the other side. And then when I tug on that, that actually locks it down securely. But it's also fairly quick release because when it's time to undo it, you just find that little bit there that you're going to pull up and over, and then you can pull it through and then the coil will unravel. So both ways are quite neat and quick to undo. So just to show you again, you take a bite, it goes through the head of the coils, and then it opens up, comes down either side of the head of the coils, and then you tug on the end to secure it. I'm going to show you that one more time in slightly hairier rope and a little bit quicker. So just to show you again, it's a little bit more fiddly on this hairy string. You take your working end, you pop that between your thumb and your forefinger of your spare hand, you splay your fingers, you're going to do a figure of 8 for the majority of the rope. And you can actually get quite quick at this. You can just figure of 8, figure of 8, figure of 8, figure of 8 the whole way along. Leave yourself a little end so that you can finish off. Take the coil off of your spare hand completely, grab hold of the whole bundle at one end, take the end around the middle, keeping it nice and tight, and then either put your finger there, do your last wrap over your finger to give yourself a gap, take a bite and post it through, and that gives you that quick release. Or if you want a bit more security, find the eye in one end, take a bite, post your bite through the eye, open it up, and then make sure one side goes down one edge, one side down the other edge, and then I'm going to pull on that end before it disappears to secure it. And now you've got neat little bundles to keep your strings all neat and tidy. So I hope you have many hours of fun hanking up your string and paracord. Do you have a top tip to keep your string neat at forest school? Do let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, do click the like button and subscribe so you can join me in the woods next time. Paracord and string can get very tangled. It can take a long time to sort and you might end up strangled. Learning to hank ties loose ends up with ease, so your string will be ready the next time you head to the trees.